What's up guys, Mixed by Jocelyn here and welcome back to Mixed Up, the show where we mix down tracks on Logic Pro X. And today, I'm going to show you guys how to get fat reverbs but still maintain the control of your vocals so they sound nice and upfront and present. Let's get cracking. Okay, cool. So as I said in the intro, I'm going to show you guys how to basically get massive reverbs without losing the presence and the clarity from the main vocal.
Sounds good.
As you've probably all realized, if you slap on a massive reverb on your chain, it's going to drown out and make the rest of your vocals sound kind of muddy.
Clear as mud, Jackie.
Sometimes you want that big long tails to sort of like emphasize the vocal and create like an epic moment within the song. So I've got a vocal here. This is from a song called Good Enough by Jesse Elvis. It's out now on all streaming platforms. I will link it below. He makes dope music. So yeah, we've been working together for a long time. You might be able to see in the background, that's my boy Silks. Say what Wagwan, he's just chilling. We've got some work to do later. Just in case you're like, who the fuck is that in the background of my video?
Who the fuck is that?
But yeah, let's get cracking. So I'll play you the vocal without my reverb on so you can get an idea of what it sounds like. Let's solo it. Crazy vocal.
I tried to love you with everything. I tried.
And now I'll play you the vocal with the reverb on, but without the technique applied.
Everything I tried to love you with everything I had, but it.
So as you can see, especially as he goes towards the end where he's taking less breaks, the reverb started to like build up and almost muddy out the track, and you're gonna start losing clarity, and like sometimes you can almost lose what the vocalist is actually saying. So the technique I'm gonna show you today is basically side chaining your reverb, just like how I've shown you on other videos where we will bus out the reverb. So as you can see here, I've gone and created a bus 7, and then sent my reverb into that auxiliary, and I've created a nice blend. But now what I want to do is basically just control the reverb, so I'm just hearing the reverb really come in the breaks that he's taking, in the spaces, like in the spaces of his vocals here and here. And the way that we do that is by side chaining the vocal. So I'll play now what it sounds like so you can hear the difference. So you can hear in these gaps, that's where the reverb is then swelling up and taking over, allowing the reverb to be heard, but not getting in the way of the main vocal. I'll play it and we'll A/B it a couple of times. Nice. Sounds a little bit choppy there at the end, but that's part of the record. It's because it's been chopped and spliced and stuff, just to give that kind of like, it's a garage song, almost garage song, just to give it that kind of vibe. But yeah, so now I'll show you how I achieve that. So basically, once you have your reverb set up via your auxiliary, if you don't know how to do that, you can check out one of my other videos.
Shamelessly plug yourself.
Or leave a message in the comment, maybe I'll make a new video on it. But once you have your reverb set up in your auxiliary, what you then want to do is add a compressor below that reverb, like we have here. I'm using the FabFilter Pro C2. You can use sort of whatever compressor you want, as long as it has the ability to feed a sidechain into it. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'll show you how to do it on the Pro C2. And what we've done, basically, I've come up here over to sidechain, and where you can see audio 25, that is basically my audio vocal. So now it's taking the signal of this and collecting that as the sidechain. So that's going to be what the compressor reacts to, rather than reacting to the reverb itself. It's only going to be reacting to the vocal. And then what you have to do is basically on your compressor, when you open it up, it will look like this. If you click where it says sidechain, where it says EXT, which stands for external, you want to click that. If that's not clicked, it won't be feeding in the signal from your sidechain, which you set up here. It will still be taking the signal from the reverb. So once that's set up, basically you want to set your settings. What I've done here is I've gone for kind of an extreme compression, so it's really pushing it down when the vocals are up, and then set my attack and release to my ear so it feels nice as it rises up, so it's not too quick or it's not too slow. I will play that now for you.
I tried to love you with it.
So as you can see, it's reacting and the signal chain is compressing as the vocals are there, and then as soon as the vocals finish singing, it's slowly opening it up from wherever we set our threshold. That way you're gonna get a nice big reverb, but it's not gonna get in the way of the main vocal. So problem solved.
Problem solved.
So just to reiterate the steps, all you have to do is super simple. Set up your auxiliary on your main vocal channel. We've gone for bus 7 here. Set the amount of signal you want to send to your reverb, which has all been done in previous videos, or let me know in the comments and I'll happily make a new video on it. Once you have your reverb set up, you want to kind of be more extreme with the reverb because you know you're going to be ducking it later, so you can make it really big, then not having to worry about it drowning out the vocals. Obviously, we're going to go and add our compressor below that, change the side chain to the signal that you're sending from the main vocal. In our case, that's audio 25. Set it to external on the side chain, and then set the parameters to however you kind of want it to sound in terms of like how it's ducking, how fast it's ducking, and how much of the reverb you're going to let go throughout the tail. And you'll have yourself a peng sounding big boy nice reverb. That's been the tutorial. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Safe.